Hey, everybody, and welcome to True Crime Paranormal with this psychic sister. This is Katie Weaver, and I'm so happy to be here. Happy Friday. Hey, Barbara, happy Friday to you. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful kickoff to your weekend. I have a case for you tonight that is a current missing children's case, a current kidnapping case that I think really deserves a conversation. So, this is about the Clare family. So, Noah Clare is 3 years old. Last Saturday, he should have been returned to his mother. He lived, I believe, in Tennessee. You'll see why I believe here in a minute. We're on the border here of Tennessee and Kentucky, and so we're dealing with both states. But I believe that Noah was in Tennessee. He should have been returned to his mother after a visitation with his dad, and on Saturday evening, he was not. Well, in the meantime, Amber Clare, who is 16 and is a niece of Noah's dad, this guy's name is Jacob Clare, uh, also disappeared. She left notes, and unfortunately, right now, authorities are classifying her as a runaway. She's not a runaway. She is kidnapped, and I will make my case to that. So, Jacob Clare apparently had lived with Amber's family for a while last year. Her uncle said that he's kind of the kind of guy who lives with a woman until she's done with him and, his mooching ways, and he moves on. And at this point, he had nowhere to live. And so Amber's family took him in. I believe that he is the brother of Amber's dad or something along those lines. They share the last name of Claire. So he lived there for about 9 months, but he got inappropriate with some of the teenagers in the house. Amber, her older sister, just not behaving the way an adult should behave with children, making comments that were really inappropriate, just grooming the girls. And the sister didn't really fall for it. And so he pretty soon he started shunning her and shutting her out. And it was all about Amber. And her parents got uncomfortable and, decided that this was just not the way things ought to be in their home. And they asked him to leave. And when they did so, they went ahead and asked him not to be in contact with their daughter any longer. Well, he continued to be in contact with their daughter, and now they're seeing lots of Facebook messages between them that indicates that there's been quite a lot more going on there than maybe they realized. They did finally cut off any access to him via social media a few weeks ago, and her parents said that she has been acting absolutely heartbroken, grieving. And, it's just like this has been a really bad situation, a really not okay situation. One of the social media messages that they found indicated that she was dreaming of a life there as, raising little Noah, who is 3, in a romantic relationship with Jacob. Jacob, by the way, is 35. He is, I believe, former military. He is 6'7", a bodybuilder, should stand out. So when when Amber's sister woke up on Saturday morning, or yeah, last Saturday morning, he I'm sorry, she found a note on her bed from Amber that said that there was a reason she's been spending so much time with the family the last few weeks. It's because she was getting ready to leave. She indicated that she won't be back and told her sister that if she misses her, to just go outside and she'll see her in the stars. And if she wants to talk to her, to go out back and dig a grave and lay in it. I know. Very creepy, very concerning. So, of course, she grabbed her parents. They discovered some other letters that Amber had written and left. So, she had left somewhere in the night, somewhere between Friday night and Saturday morning. So then, also, and then as we know, little Noah did not get returned to his mother. So at this point, we believe that Amber is traveling with Jacob and Noah. So, of course, Noah is not returned back to his mother. Everyone is, they're calling each other, comparing notes, and realizing these three are gone. They're on the lam somewhere, and the police are called. Well, again, Noah is considered to be an abducted child by a non custodial parent, but Amber is being considered a runaway. So the news isn't necessarily covering the whole story. We're seeing a lot of posters and missing child stuff for Noah without a whole lot of coverage for Amber. And Amber's family is really frustrated because I don't care if she did leave notes and did walk out of that house willingly. She has been kidnapped and is being trafficked by this man. That's obvious. She's only 16. She can't give consent. So everyone needs to be very aware. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of the kids. I also made a TikTok over at True Crime Paranormal with pictures of the kids and of Jake. So if you're listening to this and you want to see those things and share them, you can do that there. So we've got Noah. My God, is he not the cutest thing? He's got curly light brown hair, blue eyes, 3 years old, absolutely adorable. And then we have Amber, who has hazel eyes. She's got dirty brown hair, dirty blonde hair. Again, she's 16. She's got pierced ears. Beautiful girl, fairly long hair. And then, of course, we have Jacob. And Jacob is 35. He's got close cropped dark hair. He's got brown eyes. And he is covered in tribal tattoos up one arm. The other arm has kind of a tribally looking tattoo with his name spelled out, his last name, Clare. And he is 6'7". He shouldn't be too hard to spot. They believe that they are traveling in a Subaru, an older Subaru. It was covered in stickers on the back, so those could have been removed. It has been wrecked. The bumper is caved in. He actually sold his car for cash and picked this one up cheap. And that's what they're driving, at least as far as authorities know. You know, he could have now sold this car and picked something else up. They don't know for sure. When he talked to his mother last, he had the little guy with him, and he told her that he was going to take him to the Smoky Mountains camping for the weekend, which again, he didn't have permission to do. He should have been returning him to his mother, but if, as we know, he didn't do that. We do know that he put out a GoFundMe in October asking for financial help to sue her for custody. There has been some challenging stuff go on here. But from listening to the Clare family talk about Jacob, it sounds like he has been a non supportive parent in the past. He also has a daughter with a different mother who recently cut ties with him because of his inappropriate behavior towards young girls. So there's a pattern here. This man is a predator, he is a kidnapper. His family believes that he could be armed. And so there is a concern there as well. And the whole thing is just so damn sad. I'm so sad for Amber. It's so easy at 16 to believe something. It's so easy at 16 to think that somebody would have your best interest at heart. It's easy at 16 to fall into some idea that it's us against the world, right? I'm sure that's somehow where this story went with him. Nobody understands us. Your parents just don't want us to be together. They don't want you to be happy. They're just jealous. The only chance we have is to just take Noah and run and go build a life together somewhere else. And she bought it because she's a teenager, and that's really normal. Here's the thing. This is not Amber's fault. Amber is a child, and she doesn't think she's a child. And she doesn't know that she's fallen for something. Though you have to wonder a week in, is she scared? Is she regretting this yet? Does she miss her family? Is she realizing that the person that she's with maybe isn't exactly who she thought they were? It's really hard to know at this point, but I think it's a story that really deserves our attention, and especially for those that live in the Kentucky and Tennessee area, anywhere near the Smoky Mountains. Though some people do believe that the Smoky Mountains story might have just been a story to kind of throw people off of the track or the path of where he wanted to go. We don't really know. Honestly, at this point, Amber holds all of this in the palm of her hand because there's nothing Noah can do. Noah probably doesn't even know he's kidnapped. He's 3, you know. He's just on a fun trip with dad, right? And with Amber, who undoubtedly is taking good care of him. I'm sure she is. That's her nature. She's a sweet, loving girl. But at this point, she's got to wake up and understand what's happening and try to get help. I don't know if she will. I don't know. I feel like he has done a marvelous job of grooming her and of gaslighting her and of tricking her into believing something that this is real and this is not real. It's not real at all. I feel like she probably doesn't want to realize that at this point because that would mean a lot. That would mean that she is in danger. That would mean that she would have to face up to the perceived mistakes that she's made here. I hope she knows that her family's not mad. They're scared. I hope she knows that they want her to come home, that they love her, that they're terrified for her safety right now. And that's all. This is one of the reasons why the internet sometimes can be a scary place for kids because of adults like this. I was scrolling through Jacob Clare's Facebook page. He was one of those Save the Children people, right? That got on that whole bandwagon that, you know, some invisible cabal boogeymen were, trafficking the children. Not saying that's not happening to some degree, but they were barking up the wrong tree. But he actually had the nerve on his Facebook page to be condemning pedophiles. Jacob, you are a pedophile. What you're doing is the definition of pedophilia. I mean, he is not well. His family has said he is not mentally well. I think that's pretty obvious from his behavior. Besides the fact that these kids are kidnapped at this point and, who knows what's happening with their care, it concerns me greatly that Jacob is never going to want to get caught. Jacob could be extremely dangerous to these kids at this point. I suspect that Amber has absolutely no idea how much danger she is truly in. And again, our little guy, I'll bet he misses his mom. I'll bet he misses his family. I'll bet he misses his toys and his bed and his stuff, but probably doesn't know that he has been kidnapped. And that's okay. Maybe he'll never have to know until he's older. I want to just keep holding space that somebody is going to see something and they will be able to get the word out to the right people. I wonder if Amber has altered her appearance at this point. Maybe she dyed her hair black in a gas station bathroom. Who knows? I think it's likely. They have to know. They did leave their phones home. They don't seem to have any digital connection to them. Their social media accounts have completely stalled, but surely they've got some access to the internet somehow. And they probably know that there's a manhunt right now for them. I don't suppose that they wouldn't, especially if they're anywhere still near the general area, though they had a big head start. The hard part is they had a pretty good head start before anybody realized what had really happened here. So, again, that's kind of the general area they're looking in, but these two could be anywhere at this point. They have had a week now. So all of our love goes out to all of the Clare family, obviously to Noah's mom and her family and their efforts, as well as to Amber's family and their efforts, and a continued hope that law enforcement will look for Amber as equally as they are looking for Noah, that they will stop classifying her as a runaway and recognize her as a vulnerable child who has been seriously taken in by something really, really dangerous. So that's what I've got. I just felt like this case really deserved to be shared. The families are frantic and desperate and trying so hard to get somebody somewhere to listen. So let's go back through the pictures one more time. So they believe they are driving a gray Subaru. This is Jacob. Again, he is 6'7". He's got dark hair, dark eyes, tribal tattoos down one arm and across his neck and chest. And then the other arm has a tattoo of his name, Claire. And then Noah. Noah has curly brown hair, blue eyes, cute little round face, absolutely precious little guy. And Amber. And as we knew it, Amber had long, dirty blonde hair, hazel eyes. I believe she has hazel eyes. I should double check that. Brown eyes. Okay. Oh, we don't know. It doesn't say on the missing persons poster. They look hazel to me, but they could be brown. I don't want to. I don't want to have to go to the map for that one. I'm not sure, to be honest. And there you have it. So keep your eyes peeled. Share. If you see a news story about this, share it. Go find one, share it on your social media channels. Make sure that people are talking about this case. Time is always of the essence, and a week has already gone by, and that is unacceptable at this point. So there you go. We will. I would think so too, Barbara, that he would stand out. Yeah, that Jacob would. I mean, he's 6'7" and he's a bodybuilder. He's a big built guy. In fact, he entered some dad bod competition that he was all over social media trying to get all of his friends to vote for him every day to win something. Who knows? Uh, I can't not just be sickened completely by this guy at this point, but I would think so. Now, it's very possible, again, that she has altered her appearance. It's also possible that they shaved all those cute little curls right off of Noah's head so that he'd be a little harder to recognize as well. And, so we can't definitely look for features that could have been altered and changed. They may not be there at this point. I think it's very possible that one or the other of them would be the one going into the store while the other one stayed in the car with Noah or pumped gas or, things along those lines. It does seem as though he has cash that they're operating on. This was planned. This was planned well in advance. According to her letters, she was spending time with her family for the last few weeks because it was the last few weeks she had with them. She clearly, they had been planning this and talking about it for a while. He's not stupid. There's also a level of him, according to his family, that he is a survivalist and could live in the backwoods or the backcountry if he needed to. And I suspect that's what's happening. My suspicion is that he had already acquired something, that he had already been wherever they are and had acquired or set up some kind of a camp that was ready and waiting so that all he had to do was pull off the last bit of their plan to bring them both with him. So keep your eyes open. We will all keep our eyes open and we'll continue to hold space that both of these kids are returned home safely to their families. So, you guys, Christy will be back tomorrow with another pop up. And of course, everything next week will be running as expected. Also, Sunday morning, Spirit School members at 9 a.m. will be the monthly meditation. So be sure you come and join that. That's always a great way to kick off the month. And it is gratitude meditation this month. It's a good month for gratitude. All righty, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. This has been yet another production of True Crime Paranormal with this psychic sister. Take care.